All right, so today we are getting into the business of figuring out what our angles are supposed to be when we draw lines. So if you look at the example that I gave you, we are given X and Y. They're the angles of the auxiliary surface, the angled surface that we are going to be projecting so it's flat. We're given X and Y, and we have to determine C, Z, A, D, and B. Because when you draw lines in Autocad, it doesn't just give you an angle between two lines. Instead, you have to generate that angle based on a flat X axis, 0 degrees. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through this auxiliary view that we finished to just identify these values. So here I'm going to get my Excel sheet up and ready for you. Here we go. So X and Y are easy because they're given in our drawing. So I'm just going to write it down. We have a 34-degree angle at X. We have a 56-degree angle at Y. And just to prove it, I'm going to get my ruler. I've drawn out my lines in here. X is 34. Y is 56. Now, the next one that I need is going to be, well, we need Z. Here it's telling me it's 34 because I've already drawn it. But let's use a little bit of math. Now, let me get out of this ruler. Okay. In geometry, you learned that if you have two parallel lines that is transected with a line, this angle is going to be the same as this angle. So if this one's 34, 34 minus 90 is 56. So 34, if we subtract 90, we get 56. That's proving that this angle here is equal to this angle here. Now, if this angle is 56, what is going to be the angle needed for that auxiliary view? Well, 90 minus 56 is 34. So when I go to draw my line, even though I need a 90-degree angle from this surface, we are using this angle, transferring it up here, and then we are going to subtract. This is 56, where my mouse is. So 90 minus 56, I can just type it in, is 34. You'll see it is perfectly lined up with this drawing that we already have. So that takes us through, let's see. So Z, let's get my stuff up here. So Z, we figured out is 34, and C, through that, I guess, transverse property, I can't remember. There's the two parallel lines bisected. So Y is going to be the same as C. So C is 56. Z is 34. Oh, wow, look at that. They're the same thing. Now, let's look at A. A, we need to figure out this angle. Now, just to show you, all right, that angle is going to be the line drawn in order to get this parallel surface to this. So here, if I get my line tool, I can just show you. Let's see. So I set that up so it's perpendicular. And I guess I didn't quite hit it. Look at that, 56 degrees. Why is that? So if I get this up again, and I'm going geometry-wise, let's see. So if this one's 34, then we could say if we drew a straight up and down line here, whoop, then this is 56. Let's see. To make this 90 degrees, this is 34. And then if this is 90 degrees, this must be 56. Cool. So we have these relationships that exist in math that allow us to reason through what the measurements should be. Going on to D, we get the same deal going on here. We're trying to figure out, oh, wait a minute. Oh, when I draw this line, so if I'm drawing a line like this, I have to draw this giant angle. So let's look at what it actually looks like. If I get my line tool, I'm drawing down this way, it says my angle is 146 degrees. Why? Well, let's go back to our drawing. Here, let's see. If we split this thing, let's see. Let's just keep going, drawing vertical and horizontal lines. Here, this is 34, because 34 and 56 plus the 90 degrees that I just drew, that's going to be 180. So this is 34, and that's a right angle. It's going to be 56. Great. That's 56, and that's 90. That's got to be 34. And so D is the supplement to 34. 180 minus 34, we get 146. So going back to my answer here, let's see, it's backfill. A is 56, and D is 146. That leaves B. So let's go back to our picture here. If I were to turn this into a 90-degree angle, 34 plus what is 90? 56. So then B has to be 180 minus 56. Let's check to see what the value is. Boop, boop, boop. So I draw this, and here I set it up. Oh, 124. And you can see that right there, 124. So now I get here, this is 124, which if you add them together, equal 180. So this is 124. Now, if you're fancy like Mr. Rutz, you're able to use an Excel sheet to help you generate all these values that you need. If you can set up formulas, you could just click and drag and it'll generate new ones. So I'm going to provide several examples where I give you X and I give you Y. Using these two values, you will need to come up with answers for C, Z, A, D, and B. That's it. Yeah, that's it. How do I stop this?